Do not accept anything as final in your 3D reality unless it is exactly what you want to have experienced. We're going to talk about revision today and revising last year, 2024, or revising any event at all. But before we go any further, if you're new here, hi, my name is Erin, and I am here to help you live your wildest dream life through all things law of assumption. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Let's talk a little bit about the basics of revision. What is revision? Revision is simply changing something that you experienced into a different outcome. So what you experienced as true is no longer true, and the new preferred outcome is the new story. So it literally changes the past and any negative effects the past had into this current present moment. You are simply removing this negative experience from ever happening in this reality. Things aren't changing for you because you are simply believing more in your imagined past than in your imagined present or your imagined future. Things aren't changing. You're not getting your manifestations because you're letting your past shape your reality more than what your affirmations are even saying. You believe more in that imagined past than in your imagined future. You believe more in that past experience than what you can even fathom your future to be. Revision just plays off of that ideal that the past is not set in stone. Time is a construct. Linear time is something that we're creating, and that all we're really doing when we're replaying these memories of our imagined past in our head is reselecting that same thoughts over and over and over. Revision doesn't change your thoughts around the past. It literally changes that linear past. It literally changes that linear experience, and it changes it for everyone that's involved. That's what is so cool about it, is when you start revising stuff and you're starting to get really good at it and you're seeing the effects of it playing into your present moments, people change. And sometimes people don't even remember specific things happening the way that you had imagined them happening to begin with. I've actually had so many instances where I've done this, and then people start reflecting back my new revised memory of the situation. I know it's kind of crazy and it's like weird to wrap your head around if you haven't been doing this already, but just literally don't even take my word for it. Just try it, keep it light and fun. Don't put too many expectations and just play with it. Like, have fun with it, practice it. It is literally a game changer for your manifestations. There are a couple of ways that you can revise something. If you're a visual person, you can simply just go into the memory and change it and replay it in your mind as whatever thing that you had wanted to happen. You just keep replaying it how you wanted it to have happened. You can also script the situations like down to the very last detail if that helps you. Or honestly, probably the way that I do this now, like the most, and you don't even realize you're doing it, you might already even be doing this, it's just affirming. And it's affirming using absolutes like never or always. If you're in a really bad relationship where you fight all the time, you can be affirming, we have never had a fight. That's literally just revising the situation, and it's creating a new reality where you guys don't fight. If you have a bad relationship with money and you're struggling to manifest money, you can affirm, I've always had money. I've never had issues with money. Even I have always manifested quickly and easily. You're literally taking away this past pattern and not allowing it to keep recreating into your present. And because you're doing this, you're training your mind to only recognize and only know that new story or the new pattern. And it can only from then manifest experiences that align with that new pattern. So there's this Neville story, and it's one of my absolute favorite stories of all time. I believe it's from The Law and the Promise, not positive. But he's talking about revision and this woman who had chronic back pain from childhood to adulthood. And it was nothing that she could do. No doctor could help her. No medicine would really help her. It was just always getting in the way of her life. And it was traced back to an event in her childhood where she was on a swing and she jumped off the swing and landed weird and hurt her back as a kid. She started going back into that memory and imagining it differently, where she jumped off the swing, landed it perfectly, and then said to her mom, "Did you see that? Did you see what I did?" And after replaying that multiple times, she literally changed the whole past. She literally changed her past, and her back pain went away in her present. Within like a month, this chronic thing that was with her for like 30 plus years was completely healed and gone. I'm telling you, it's such a powerful thing. It's such a powerful way to change your story, such a powerful way to change your entire life moving forward. You can revise any circumstance. You can revise anything. And I love that. I love being able to have that control. There are people out there who might think, oh, okay, well, you know what? Everything has shaped me. It's made me who I am. Okay, that's fine. You can live like that. Or you can revise everything that you've ever disliked about your life. It's not going to create this like ripple effect where like you might lose people or things might change or go completely differently. You're not going to wake up living in a whole different timeline. You're putting too much logic on it if you're thinking that way. But if there is like a block that's stopping you from getting your desire and you've been working towards it, I would definitely recommend trying to revise that situation and seeing how you can go from there. So if you can think of something from this past year that maybe happened that's stopping you from getting your manifestation, maybe you're manifesting money after you just lost your job. Revise the moment where you lost your job into your boss telling you that you're getting this huge promotion. If you're manifesting an ex back and maybe they said they didn't want to be with you anymore, you can revise that moment to instead they show up at your door with flowers and say how much they love you. It doesn't have to even make sense in the moment or seem like something that could happen. But when you keep repeating and replaying and really trying to replace that memory with a new one, your reality is going to start unfolding in the favor of the new outcome. Like things are going to change. Any small thing that you have heard from someone that you didn't want to hear, revise it on the spot. That is something that I do all the time. If someone tells you something that you don't want to hear, immediately, like, don't react. Rule number 1, don't react. But 2, just literally go into your mind real quick and replay what you wanted to hear instead. Stop that thing from happening before you can even dwell on that bad circumstance. It's so easy to do, and that's why you can do it with so many things. You can revise, like, every single day you can revise something new. One of my clients did this. It's a really good success story about revising on the spot. So she was with her man that she was talking to, and he basically said that he was going on dates, or he went on a date with someone else and was going to continue to do so. She had her initial moment of reaction and then cut it and revised on the spot that he told her that she was the only one that he wanted to be seeing. Removes herself from the situation, doesn't even talk to him anymore at all, and just goes within and replays that moment over and over and over and over and over in her head, how she wanted it to go instead, for about a month. After a month, he reached out to her to hang out. When they went to hang out, he was acting completely the opposite. He was showing up as someone who wanted her, as everything that she had wanted him to be, calling her pet names and, acting like they were in this relationship. So you can do this with anything. Choose anything that has not gone your way and replay it in the way that you wish it to have been. And it's going to literally change your linear past, which creates this butterfly ripple effect, and only experiences that align with that new memory can come next. Time isn't linear. Time being linear is what our tiny little puny 3D selves think. It's how we make this life make sense. But everything is happening all at the same time in one consciousness. And since we're constantly quantum jumping into different realities, we are quantum jumping into the reality where that one specific little thing played out a different way instead. If we can dictate our future in that way by manifesting, then we can dictate our past in that way by revising. If you revise that, it never happened. It never happened here in this reality. So if you're not living your dream life right now, as we're going into 2025, I want you to keep saying, 2024 was the best year of my life. I got everything I ever wanted. Because there are unlimited versions of you in this universe and unlimited experiences that you can be experiencing. There's a version of you who already has everything that you want. Everything that you're wanting right now, there is a version of you who already has it. So your unlimited 4D, 5D God version of you can step into that version like that. You can instantly have everything you want in the snap of a finger. You can be living that best life. Now, when you think of you having all these unconditional, limitless experiences, the desires that you have right now will seem so small because you can go bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So play around with the revision. Let me know how it goes. I want to hear your stories. If you need any help, reach out to me, send me an email, leave me a comment down below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in a future video. Okay, bye.